Pisces, let's get into a reading. One quick thing, guys, for today's video, I'm going to partner with Psychic Source. So I'm going to put all the details at the end of this reading if you want to check it out and hear everything that they have to offer. But what I do want to say is that if you want to connect with a spiritual advisor or maybe get your own personal reading, this is a good opportunity to get 40 minutes for only $19.80. And it's a good way to, test. Is this your first tarot reading? Is there information that you are seeking and maybe you've got a reading by someone, but you want a different approach? So I'm going to put that link up on the screen as well as in the description box in the comment section if you guys want to check that out, okay? But again, all the details are going to be at the end. So I was actually in the middle of something else and I heard... Pisces doesn't know this, but they're bringing out someone's toxic side. You're triggering someone and they can't help but be petty and immature. And I was like, oh my Lanta, what did you get into? Somebody could live in Atlanta. What did you get into? Like, who is this? Okay, so keep an open mind. This may or may not be your reading. This may or may not resonate. Thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, subscribed, and shared. Okay, you've made someone angry. Someone is feeling a lot of resentment and harsh emotion when it comes to you. And what I'm saying is that your intuition is telling you this. So, this could be like a boss who's expecting you to take over certain schedules. And the first time you say no, or the first conflict you have, all of a sudden this person's completely changed their behavior. That's what I'm saying. It's like you have triggered someone. You've brought someone's toxic side out. They can't help to be petty and immature. This could be a man, this could be a woman, but someone here is acting like they're in middle school. I'm just going to be completely blunt. You've made this person really angry, and I'm even seeing potential here that this person might have some harsh words to say to you in the near future. So let's say that you go into your boss's office, you know that they're a petty Betty, you go in there and you're like, hey, listen, I need off this weekend, it's an emergency. And let's say that they wanted you to do something and you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do what they wanted you to do. This could look like them. It's like, they're mad at you. They're mad at you. But you go in, you say it anyways. This could be your boss being like, oh yeah, sure, why not? Because you should always get what you want, but if we need help, no, let's not help us. But yeah, sure, we'll make that happen. And it's gonna be that kind of energy where it's like, could you be any more middle school? Like, are you having such harsh emotion towards me that you can't contain it, you can't handle it? And I'm saying that. So you have an inner knowing here that you've pissed somebody off or you've ruffled somebody's feathers because you won't do what they want you to do. What I'm saying is that this person was expecting you to do something and they feel like because you didn't, this is the price that you pay. So it's a little bit of like cause and effect. So, this could be a friend who expects you to do exactly what they want you to do. And as soon as you don't, they feel the need to punish you. And it's like, well, if you really wanted to be friends, you would have done what I needed you to do. I asked you for money. You wouldn't give me money. I don't care that you don't let your other friends borrow money. Cause and effect. Maybe we're not friends like I thought we were. When actually it's like, no, you're showing me exactly who you are. You're very emotionally immature. You're immature all the way around. You have no ability to be an adult in certain situations, and you turn extremely immature as soon as your feelings get hurt. You lash out. You act like a teenager. And what it's showing me is that your growth as an individual, as an adult, has been stunted. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that this person could be very cold towards you. They could, again, have the tendency to drop the ball. So I'm going to be honest with you. This could be a boss that's went from being overly accommodating to making things harder on you. So that could look like, again, maybe a friend. This could be a friend that's going to say, yeah, I'll invite them. And then whenever the function's going, oh, I forgot to invite them. And it's like, wait, what? And it's like, I forgot to hit them up. Oh, well, they're not coming. Someone here... you got them triggered, you got them mad, and they feel like you need to pay because you pissed them off, okay? This person, again, let's say that this is a boss. This is going to be the type of boss where they wanted you to work on a weekend when you had plans. You wouldn't cancel your plans. There was a sense of entitlement. I feel like you need to do what I want you to do, and you ain't gonna do what I want you to do, so now you pissing me off. So then this person could feel like, all right, bet, I'm about to make your life hell. So then when you need days off, all of a sudden it's an issue, they're being petty. This could also look like them not only being cold, but let's say that you're supposed to have a weekend off. They could come up to you right before you leave and go, oh, by the way, yeah, you know that thing you requested? It was denied. And it's just like this constant conflict coming out of nowhere. And it's like this person went from being easy to collaborate with to being like malicious and mean and cold and just extremely bitter and resentful. And again, an energy of you need to pay. I feel like for a lot of you, this is a karmic situation, okay? I see here that you're very receptive and empathic. Also see that you have the tendency to be really vulnerable. So for some of you, I see that you could be trying to fix whatever this is. But Spirit is telling you that it's actually in your best interest to find a new direction or do something differently. Because if you keep trying something over and over and over again, you're going to keep going through a cycle, okay? And for a lot of you, it's time for you to let whoever this bitter person is go. Here's the thing. When someone gets mad at you, if they can't handle their own emotions and be an adult, you shouldn't be punished for that. And this is someone who feels that when you piss them off or you don't do what they want you to do, you then get punished, okay? It's about me, I. And right now, me, I is mad at you. So they feel like you need to be punished. And Spirit is saying, you're smart, don't act dumb. Do you really want to deal with this for the rest of your life? Do you really want to work under someone who feels that they take their control and they run with it? Do you really want to be friends with someone where they're actually not a friend? They're only a friend when you're doing exactly what they want you to do. And then as soon as you rock the boat or you say something that goes against them, all of a sudden, you need to pay. You're the bad guy. I'm going to make your life hell. And Spirit is saying, we don't want you to keep trying again in this relationship. We want you to seek a new direction and go in a different path, a different direction, because you deserve more than what this is, okay? This person could be very negative and unbalanced, whoever this is. What do you need to know about this person? What do you need to know about this person? Yeah, you need to know that in this situation, you are the victim. And it's so interesting to me because, you know, I don't usually call you a victim, Pisces. You're a survivor. Some of you could be watching Reba or could have watched Reba recently. But in this situation, you are a victim, okay? In this situation, someone is really taking their anger and their frustration out on you. And Spirit is saying it is time for you to be willing to go in a different direction, because I'm seeing some sort of breaking point and I'm seeing the clarity that you need coming in. So again, let's say that this is that job where that boss has been a pain in the ass. As soon as you quit bending over backwards and you got some boundaries, all of a sudden hell's hitting the fan. Well, this could look like this boss kind of making your life hell. And, you know, they did something. You went home, you told your family, you were like, oh my God, my boss, he is so difficult. She is so difficult. Ever since I told them no, I was not willing to work that weekend because it was a birthday party. And, you know, maybe it was your great grandmama's birthday party and you didn't want to miss it. Something like that. And it's like they didn't care. They were just in an energy of, I don't care. Give me what I want. And if you don't give me what I want, I'm going to make you pay. Well, they could do something, again, which could be when you walk into the office and you're like, hey, listen, I need to ask for these days off. And then they make some sort of smart comment and it's like, that was red flag number one, okay? What I'm seeing, though, is this person is going to keep showing you that they're not going to get over it. They're mad and it's going to get even worse. So, again, this could be them having really mean things to say. They might actually start passing the line where it's like, all right, you better watch yourself. You need to watch your mouth. This could be a moment when this person really oversteps the boundary, and some of you, they gonna say something, and if they ain't careful, they gonna catch some hands. That's what I'm saying. Because again, this person does not know how to handle their own emotions. It's so intense that they're lashing out. And Spirit is saying, we keep trying to give you the clarity. The clarity is, the truth is that this person does not understand you. And in this situation, you will always be the victim because you're not giving them their way. That they could be a narcissist. where they really think the world revolves around them, where they really think that people should make them happy and satisfy them. Yeah, this person's a karmic lesson for you. I'm seeing that. Conflict, clashing, incompatibility, or differences. Get some sort of peace around the fact that you're not going to be able to get on the same page with this person. Whatever foundation you think could be possible could actually be more of a fantasy, okay? So, you know, just keep that in mind. Be careful of expecting others to start acting differently. If someone really is this way, that really shows where they need to do some sort of their own self-work. And if they're not willing to, do you think that you should keep paying because they can't be an adult? It's like, do you really want to keep going to this job day in and day out to the point where you physically get sick? You don't even like going into that job no more, because let's be honest, you got a fucking bully as a boss. You got a bully as a friend. Do you really want to keep putting yourself in those situations just because they can't be mature enough to handle their own emotions and regulate them and realize, wait, I'm lashing out because I'm mad, because my feelings are hurt, because I'm pissed at you? This is someone that is an adult that is throwing a tantrum, and during their tantrum, they feel like you need to pay. That's all I'm going to say. You've triggered them. I don't know if you know who this is or if you've went through this yet, but just be aware. You're better off away from this person, okay? You're better off away from this person. Whoever this is might not actually grow bonds. They could grow attachments, and that could be the difference here. So this person might not know how to actually have like healthy relationships. They could only know how to have attachments. And I'm going to be honest with you, attachments aren't always good, you know, because what happens if something happens to that person? You can't even go to the doctor by yourself, and something just happened to that person and your whole world's crumbled upside down. That's this person's energy. They like the attachment aspect because they feel like if you're attached to people, not necessarily bonded, because if you're bonded, you're going to consider one another, but that doesn't mean you're going to do what the other wants you to do. It's like, listen, you ain't my boss. You are not my puppet master. But if you were attached, this person has the perspective of, but if we are attached, I'm going to call it a bond, and you're going to make me happy because that's this attachment. You make me happy. Everybody knows I need to be happy. That's that energy, okay? So that might help you figure out who this is. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. All right, leave it here. Bye, guys. I wanted to stop today's video and give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source has been in the industry for over 35 years, bringing you trusted and professional advisors that you can connect with, whether it's video chat, phone call, or text. They have a very strenuous process when it comes to how you can get into the industry with them. Only a 2% are invited into the company. Only 2%, because they strive on giving you the best of the best in the industry. Psychic Source is so confident in what they're giving you guys and what they're bringing to you that they have a risk-free money-back guarantee. And not only do they have a risk-free money-back guarantee, but they also have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week customer care service that's not outsourced. So if you have any problems, any issues, you're able to get to someone quick, easy, and directly. They also make sure to donate a small portion of your purchase to a charity of your choice, which, let's be honest, that's super, super, super cool. Not only is all of that super cool, but you get to choose who you deal with on this platform. So as someone who's used this platform multiple times, I really like that if you get connected to someone, and let's say that you just don't vibe with that person, you can take the minutes that you have left over and use them on someone completely different or a completely different situation. So I have decided to partner today with Psychic Source to bring you guys 40 minutes for only $19.80. Now guys, this is a $240 value, and all you have to do is go down below in the description box or in the comments section. It's easily linked everywhere. It's even here on the screen for you, and just use that code at that link and you can get 40 minutes of time to speak to someone of your choice about an issue that's on your mind, a conflict you're dealing with, for only $19.80. So again, guys, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you, Psychic Source, for choosing my channel and this video to sponsor. And we're going to jump back into the reading.